my wife and I saw Rep. Rabb. I approached him respectfully, congratulated him on his victory, and told him something actually sincere, that I appreciated what he had said just a day or two before to Krystal Ball about Graham Platner.
Populist, left of center, white guys get far more leeway than folks like me, black progressives.
Rep. Rabb talked about the racial double standard around who gets to be authentically an asshole and who doesn't.
Who the f we are?
And I think he made a really salient point.
I think there's a clear double standard that the left has to talk about as it relates to our racial politics and what is acceptable.
As president, what would you do with the rise of white supremacist violence to protect our communities?
I know I date myself a little bit here, but I actually was at the March on Washington with Dr. King back in 1963. And
then Rabb told me something that struck me. He told me I was the first white person who had thanked him for those comments. So then we took a selfie, and I told him my name, and the mood changed because he realized I was the same Disco Brian guy that was on social media who has been sharply critical of some of his alliances and strategies.
I just want to be transparent. The reason I'm motivated about this opportunity is because my cred with my sons is next level now. Like,
that's what Rashida said too.
No, I'm just saying, like...
He said he was surprised I was the same guy because I approached him in good faith and with sincerity about what I appreciated him for. So he strongly insinuated that I was being fake nice, because online I'd been so harsh. So the offense that he took to my criticism of some of the alliances and strategies of his primary campaign and since begs the question how constituents who are lifelong Democrats in my case, and former Democratic Socialists in my case, but who have since kind of awoken to the danger of DSA populism. How are we supposed to engage those of you who win primaries? Are we supposed to, approach you as Hasan Piker approaches anyone who mildly questions him?
When is the last time you spoke about Sudan?
A UN fact-finding mission in Sudan has determined that atrocities carried out against non-Arab civilians by the Rapid Support Forces point to genocide.
Suck my fucking cock, okay?
Or are we supposed to approach you with congratulations on your victory, as I did when I went up to Rep. Rabb? I'm not sure. But then I thought to myself, maybe I've posted some really horrible stuff on social media. I really try not to drunk tweet anymore, but I do sometimes get emotional, and I gotta try to keep myself in check. So I went back and I looked, and here's some of the harshest tweets that Grok could find. On April 29th, in response to Senator Sharif Street, who I supported in the primary, I tweeted, Chris Rabb is campaigning with Hasan Piker, a notorious terrorist sympathizing apologist tomorrow. Take your gloves off, I said to Senator Street. Now, that was harsh, but I think it's within the bounds of rocky metaphors here in Philadelphia. I don't know. But the underlying concern I had with Rep. Rabb, and still have, is serious. When you're rallying beside Hasan Piker, you're legitimizing political poison.
Go post a fucking clip about how much of a fucking white supremacist I am. Suck my annoying, dumb
I'm gonna post it and talk about how much of a white supremacist you are.
That was my concern.
Hasan Piker is a white man, and he's rich.
It doesn't matter to me. I'm rich, okay?
He's not just anti-black and racist.
I don't give a what black people care about.
He's a misogynist too.
I'm being a total misogynist, but I'm being honest.
So yeah, over here, it's Hasan Piker.
And then I also tweeted about labor. I posed a riddle. Why Senator Sharif Street, the first black Muslim senator of Pennsylvania, is backed by 30 labor unions, whereas Chris Rabb only got 1 or 2 labor union endorsements. I wondered aloud on the internet, why was the candidate with the overwhelming labor union support not the candidate backed by Working Families Party and DSA? That question was never answered. Then on June 10th, after Rabb told Krystal Ball that the problem is fake populists.
Now, I have been promised a fascist authoritarian coup directed by Vladimir Putin himself for 4 years now, and I'm getting a little impatient, waiting to see how it all goes down.
Setting aside talking to Krystal Ball about the problem of fake populists, because the irony is just too thick.
I was told that an elaborate plot was being hatched with scary words like disinformation and misinformation to rob poor, innocent Joe Biden of his rightful victory.
Rabb argues people like Fetterman are the fake populists.
In this state, we elected a fake populist in Fetterman.
And it's my pleasure and privilege to stand with Bernie.
My concern is much bigger. The problem is populism itself. Not just right-wing populism, not fake populism, but populism as a political style, as a media economy.
Now is the time of monsters.
That Zionist monster.
Populism is a way of dividing the world into the pure people.
They are vampires. They suck our blood.
AIPAC is toxic.
AIPAC is a parasite.
Versus the corrupt establishment.
Devil, pedophile, Epstein, fucking disgusting, rapist savages.
Populism as a way of turning coalition politics into betrayal.
Anyone who hopes to lead this party must condemn and reject AIPAC money.
Whoever runs that is against AIPAC, that's the only person I'm interested in going with.
As a way of treating institutions and parties.
Far-right organizations like AIPAC that are funding Republicans and Democrats alike.
Both Republicans and Democrats are controlled by the Zionists.
And democratic norms as obstacles to be burned down.
If you can't name the demon, you can't kill it. You gotta name the demon.
And when I saw Rep. Rabb in person, I told him directly that my concern was about his embrace of Hasan Piker. And that when elected officials rally with such powerful millionaire streamers who normalize humiliation and disrespect,
Never used one of these before, so bear with me, everybody.
They don't simply reach young voters, they legitimize those streamers. They entrench those streamers further in their unaccountable power. And they teach young men especially that this is what movement politics looks like.
Didn't bro shock his dog? I shocked your mother's last night with my penis. She was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen.
And then Rep. Rabb asked me something revealing. He asked why I didn't criticize Sharif Street for who endorsed him. Now, I believe he meant Cory Booker.
I feel blessed today that I get to stand with a brother that has stood with the people.
Because Cory Booker came to rally for Sharif Street, and yes, it was not
Chris Rabb. He's Rep Rabb. Rep Rabb. Rep Rabb.
Anywhere as massive as Rep Rabb's rally with AOC, which happened right around the same time. Because we all know Cory Booker is no match to AOC in media savvy, right? Rep Rabb comparing his rallying with Hasan Piker to Senator Sharif Street's rallying with Cory Booker seems to just be blind to the night and day difference between Hasan Piker and Cory Booker.
In this democracy,
Murder those motherfuckers in the street.
the power of the people
Get you fucking femcel bitch.
is greater than the people in power.
Suck my
Cory Booker is, of course, imperfect. Every politician is.
It is time to heed the words of John Lewis.
Cory Booker's public record is rooted in dignity, civil rights, nonviolence, pluralism,
some good trouble,
democracy, and moral appeal.
Necessary trouble.
Hasan Piker's political culture is rooted far too often in contempt,
Suck my fucking
humiliation,
Okay.
vulgarity,
you stupid fucking rat.
and the performance of dominance.
Suck my
So if the question is why I was more concerned about Rep Rabb rallying with Hasan Piker than Sharif Street rallying with Cory Booker, my answer is simple.
Racism used to be so easy.
Yeah, what happened to the good old days?
Cory Booker is not a white millionaire streamer and friend of bigot comedian Theo Von who tells people to suck his fucking dick on stream.
I mean, Kamala Harris is awful.
Cory Booker didn't encourage his constituents or followers on social media.
You're not a fan. Not a Kamala Harris fan. She's so uncharismatic.
That maybe Kamala Harris wasn't worth an endorsement in 2024. Hasan Piker did.
They need to take her off the benzos and just give her some some coke or something. She needs to be on uppers pronto.
And there's one final brief reflection on my brief fleeting encounter with my soon-to-be super cool Rabb here in PA3. He said he hardly even knew who Hasan Piker was, but that he was flattered to get an endorsement from Hasan Piker since he said his teenage sons were big Hasan Piker fans. As though that were reason enough to grovel in such an amazing endorsement, right? And then one of his sons was peeked out behind us here, the little rabbit ears on my wife there, and he was with him there at the table, and when Rabb gestured to his son and sort of said, "Hey, you like Hasan Piker, right?" The kid was like, Hasan Piker, yeah, I guess, I don't know. So it wasn't the response that Rabb was claiming, right? It wasn't the affirmative, like, yeah, Piker rocks, dude, right? It was just I don't know, yeah. And then another constituent came up and started talking to Rabb and seeing that it was getting tense, and so I backed off. But let's unpack the whole notion that Hasan Piker is popular with young men, so any candidate would be a fool not to accept his righteous endorsement. Now, shouldn't a person running to represent and advocate for progressive people in the bluest district in America, who's also a father who claims to be about justice and civil rights and women's rights, pause to reflect on whether young men in general, let alone his own male progeny, should be fans of millionaire Marxist streamers who speak this way?
And you immediately got Root.com article regurgitators in here being like, sweetie, you don't understand black people. Shut the f*** up.
And to pinch a little more irony onto this turducken of a poop sandwich, Rabb's exuberance about Piker's endorsement is a weird, almost direct reflection of Governor Gavin Newsom's response to Charlie Kirk.
The worst part, though, Charlie, no BS, true story. Literally last night, trying to put my son to bed, he's like, "No, Dad, what time's Charlie going to be here?" And I'm like, "Dude, you're in school tomorrow." He's 13. He's like, no. This morning, wakes up at 6 something. He's like, "I'm coming." I'm like, he literally would not leave the house.
Did you let him take off school?
No, he did. Of course not. He's not here for a good reason. But the point is
you canceled school for like 2 years. One day.
The point is the point.
Remember Gavin Newsom's dystopian nightmare interview with Charlie Kirk a year and a half ago or so?
Which is, you are making a damn dent.
Thank you. I'm kidding.
When Gavin Newsom informed Charlie that his teenage son was a big fan of Charlie.
No, but I know, but I appreciate that. I mean, it's the reason you're here, because I think people need to understand.
The reason I'm motivated about this opportunity is because my cred with my sons is next level now.
Literally last night, trying to put my son to bed, he's like, "What time's Charlie going to be here?" He's 13.
But now my sons might actually vote for me. They're like, "Dad, Hasan Piker."
"No, Dad, what time's Charlie going to be here?"
And never was that ever spoken of again? How's Gavin's kid doing, by the way, these days? Does anyone know? But that's the same Gavin Newsom who Hasan Piker said he would never vote for because of Gavin's, what was it again? I forget. Because Gavin Newsom doesn't want to globalize the Intifada. And that's why, of course, Hasan Piker could never vote for Newsom, because Newsom doesn't want to free Palestine in the way that Hasan Piker wants to see it freed, which is the way that Hamas wants to see it freed, which is by, that's right, genociding the Jews and doing another Holocaust. You see how you can never win with the DSA cult? You see how apocalyptically dumb all of this is? Does Rabb want to reflect on any of this at all? Or no? Or anyway, maybe next time if I ever get a glimpse of Rep Rabb again, I should beef up and be alpha and go up to him with a bunch of pejoratives and hey,
Suck my fucking cock.
You
Okay.
Is that how we should do this? Constituent to representative relationships should be. I mean, anyway.